I'm gonna show you guys my Barnes & Noble haul, a few books that I got when I went to Barnes & Noble yesterday. First things first, I got Impulse by Ellen Hopkins. When I tell you guys, this was the author that had me reading like crazy when I was a teenager, when I was in high school. I had Impulse, I had Burned, Crank, Glass, I think I had Tricks. I had like majority at that time, which I think was like almost all the books that she had written. I love her writing, and when I tell you like the way she like writes, like sets up her books, it's almost like poetry. And being a lover of poetry, I clung to these books, okay? Literally my favorite author as a teenager. And I saw this when I was in Barnes & Noble. I'm like, oh my gosh. And see, the thing is, when I was younger, I used to let people borrow my books. And so I don't even know where any of those books are at this point. And so I saw it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this book. And I might low-key just, like, start buying all the books and by Ellen Hopkins again so I can have them. And I'm definitely going to do a reread. So I was excited to see this, I'm not going to lie. Next book I got is The Measure by Nikki Erlick. This book, I feel like I've seen pictures of it or like videos, like scrolled past videos that had this book in it, but I never like actually watched any videos, and I didn't know anything about it, but I've seen it before. And when I picked it up in Barnes & Noble and I read it, it has a really interesting premise to it. So essentially it's like everyone gets boxes delivered to their doors, right? And it has a string in it, and the string is a representation of their timeline, basically, of their life and when they're going to die. So I read that and I was like, I'm intrigued. I'm invested already. Your Employer by Rupert Holmes. First off, the cover is what made me gravitate towards this. It was like one of the last books I picked up right before I was about to leave. And I was like, that's an interesting title. I like the cover. And then I read it and I was like, ooh. I started reading it a little bit while I was at Barnes & Noble. And I was already in it, you know what I'm saying? So these are all the 3 books that I got. I'm very happy with my choices. Very happy with all my choices. And you know, I needed to go yesterday to like cheer me up for the TikTok going away, but now we're back. And now I get to talk to you guys about these books when I read.